let's say for example mamangu nikuta na wasichana wengi. Ile kitu hajui na try kutafuta main chick. Lazima nitaongea na Wanjiro, Wambo, muende pale.
Our youth have not been given an opportunity to understand themselves and also an opportunity for us as parents to get to know them and as society. Today's question is to try to get into their heads and understand what are the kind of messages they'd like to share with parents so that parents can understand them better.
First thing I would like my parents to know is that their expectations for me sometimes are kind of too high, and when I feel I don't meet them, I disappoint them in a way. It's okay for me if I don't become a doctor. It's okay for me if I'm not an engineer. It's okay for me if I'm not a lawyer. Maybe my talents are elsewhere, in another line. Maybe I can start a business and it will bloom instead of being employed in a farm where maybe I don't relate well with people.
Ni vizuri sana watuleta shule. Na nashukuru sana. Lakini unapata saa zingine wanashuku maybe tabia zako juu ya style yako, venye unavalia, venye unanyoa. Unapata wazazi wetu ni wazee. Lakini hawajagrow wakijua ya style. So KK wanajua kwa associated na mtu anatumia madawa, na wewe wewe unajua utumiaje chochote. So ningependa kuambia wazazi waache kutuelewa hivi vibaya. Sisi tuko sawa.
The one thing I want my mom to understand and to know is that I really appreciate her giving me the moral support. Though I understand also from her perspective, she has been given pressure by society to raise me differently, or by the standards that are put by the status quo. I'd want her to understand that I appreciate and I see the effort that she has put in. But all in all, as much as she wants me to be what she thinks I should be, I also want to be who I want and who I want to develop myself to be. Because we're in a different age, and where my mom is, we find each other as at loggerheads because of different opinions. But at the end of it all, I want it to be a success for both of us, because when I win, she wins. Yeah. And as for my dad, I'd want him to understand that we come in a setting where it's a man-dominated world. So even in the family setting, we find men always take over the family situations. Hence, your mom is being pressured to teach you differently. Hence, you find yourself in a predicament. Who will you follow? And Dad, I'd want to tell you that you did your best, and I appreciate you being there for Mom. And as much as she tried to mold me to whoever and whatever you wanted me to be, I chose my own path. And as per that, that's why I do the course I want to do. I'm doing the job I want to do. And I'd want you to support me in that, because it's what matters to my life. Yes.
One thing I would like to say is, to parents, we are not unfocused, we are not undetermined. We do, like you always say, hamuonangi future. I think tunaiona, ni vile tunaiona na design different na nyinyi. Like, let's say for example, mamangu nikuta na wasichana wengi. Ile kitu hajui, na try kutafuta main chick, na try kukuletea wife material. Lakini, siwezi amka, and then I pop out of anywhere. Lazima nitaenda kwa ground ni mtafute. Lazima nitaongea na Wanjiro, Wambo, muende pale. It's so true that I have to go out there and search for them. So I think parents should understand that we are also doing our best to be the best for you.
Mzazi ningetaka ujue hivi, teknolojia imekuja na manufaa mazuri na mabaya. Mengine zao ya manufaa hizo ni ile exposure tumepata kutoka kwa teknolojia. Sasa inatupea chance ya kujua vitu zile mzazi angetuambia. Ile time tunaitisha hizo bado za 20 bob. Yes, we are exposed to hizo vitu baya, lakini we are in control of them.
In a lot of times in my day-to-day life, I do think about them, but I do shy away from approaching them because I feel that there's not an open communication way we have. If I can put this into context, in our relationship with my parents, they are the parent and I am the child. They say, I do. They give, I take. It's not lateral. So I always, sometimes I feel that if it comes to communication, they initiate, I participate. And I've always longed for something that is lateral between us, where everything or any opinion is taken as a lateral communication.
I'd want parents in general to support their children. Support the children in whatever they want. Because as much as we would want to change and follow the norms we have, we're in a very, very fast, robust, technology-based society, where we change with the times as they go. And as much as they'd want us to fit in their shoes, we have a different path. And our parents always bring the best of us. When they keep on arguing, you think we are becoming defensive, but it's about of changing with the facts that they are. And that's why you find the discord is changing, because change is inevitable. It's inevitable, and we need to understand that our life right now is based on what we want and not what they want, and that's the fact.
The second thing I want them to know is I do love them so much and I appreciate them. I know sometimes I forget to say it, I act out, I'm rude to them, I ignore them sometimes. This is me trying to show them that there is a gap. I'm not understood as I should be, but I'll try and do better next time.
So mom and dad, this is what I would like to say. Ukiniona na simu pale, usifikirie tu na watch vitu mbaya mbaya ati porn and the rest. Niko pale naangalia Instagram, naangalia ile kiatu imetokea, nataka kuivaa. Ukiniona pale sijui nimevaa tattoo, si ati mimi ni mbaya ama mimi ni mchawi. Hiyo ni trend mpya, na maybe niko na beliefs zangu, nataka kuwa artist, nataka kuwa designer, nataka kuwa maybe footballer. Kuna vitu nataka. The only thing you can do, mom, mimi nataka kukuomosha, nataka kukumake ukue bazoo, nataka ukikaa pale chini, wale wa mama wa mtaani wanakuambia by the way mtoto wako anaonekana amemake it. Cause nataka kupeleka pale Dubai a whole 1 week, hata ukae chini ukifikiria uone mtoto mwingine, unaona mtoto wako. But kama hutaniaminia, hakuna venye nitafanya hivi. Kama uta believe in me, trust you me, there is nowhere I'm going. I only need you to believe in me, trust me. Imagine I'm going to make it and you'll also make it with me too.
Mzazi, kuna mara mingi ananipigia simu, napata yani zingine uchukui ile time zone unachukua, anaanza kukutetesha, ulikuwa mpali fulani nini. Kuna time zingine tunaacha simu. Sasa yeye hawezi elewa kama uliacha simu ama ulikuwa umetoka, na kwambia wewe ulikuwa unafanya kitu mbaya. Hivyo ndio sasa nawaambia tu wazazi, ta zingine watuelewe. Kimasomo tunajitahidi, na we are ready to give the best. What do they expect?
In hindsight, looking at all the interactions we've had with them, if I was to make my parents understand me better, I would say, allow me to be my individual self.
We all know, we've been taught that a child is a child of a village. What role are we playing as society to get to understand the youth, and how can we help them in their journey to become better human beings? Let's hear what they have to say.
Society needs to support the youth. Like, utakuta vijana wengi ucheza ball. Society iendi kuwatch your game yao. Then at the end of the day, mse akikuja akose kuwa motivated, at the end of the day mnakuja mnasema yeye ndiye amekuwa mwizi, and you would have supported that person from the start. Kuna wase wanataka kuwa ma-designer, kuna wase wana passion na talent na muziki. 95% of these people are not appreciated. Unangoja tu ile siku utasikia Odi wa Murang'a make it, ndio unafikiria ali pop up. Ungemsupport from the ground up, mse angekuja akue kitu bigi. Na trust you me, society would live kusema by the kuna youth wako pale wana inspire the rest. Like mimi nataka kuwa MCA wa kwanza mwenye ako na dread. It has never happened in Kenya. Nataka hii nywele yangu ikimea hata niingie pale kwa politics, at least nione kama nitashinda. But sasa inakuja na society. Weenda pale ushago uambie ati unataka kusimama MCA na dread. Unataka kutuletea bangi. But if we were to support our own youth from the ground, we would be something great and big. Yeah.
society is too judgmental about everyone. Everyone has an opinion about you, how you should live, what you should do, how you should do it, and you can't please everyone. So it's okay for me if I do it my own way and still achieve the goal that was intended to be achieved.
The society to let your fellow Kenyan be. Let them be, because it's the pressures of fitting in society that pushes people to some lengths that you find are pushing people to do some drastic things, and you wonder why did they do this. So society has pushed many to a level of incubation where they become other people because of the changes in day-to-day lives. Because you find there's a lot of information relayed in our social media, in our televised communication, and we find that society wants to fit in whatever. Case in point, you'd find you become famous today, I want to become famous tomorrow. It's a microwave generation, and right now we need to put everything into perspective, because be you, you build you, then everybody will accept you.
Kitu moja na society, I think society ina play a role kubwa sana kutujenga sisi. So ile time mwamanza kutujudge sana, pia sinatumiza. Ni kama sahi society wanajua, wana expect uko campus, ukimaza masomo unafaa kuwa straight unaenda kuandikwa. So hiyo wiki, mwezi mmoja ukishamaza campus, ile unataka makapu, wanaanza kuongelea vibaya, unasikia huyu alimaliza alikuja tu kukaa hapa. Unaona? Vitu kama hizo inaumiza mtu moyo, unapata hata unataka tu kujitoka kae mahali juu. So unaona watu wanaongea. Juu vitu za society zitembea haraka, unaona tu yenyewe. Na pia mzazi anaona nilikusomesha ukae hapa, pia elewi kuna hiyo process ya kutafuta. So nasema society tupe time, tujielewe, na tusaidie pia sasa kwenda mbele.
I wanted to talk about the toxic masculinity issue ambayo watu wengi they don't talk about. Men expressing their feelings, you seem weak. When you want to talk about maybe uko na stress, maybe the shule, you have no one to talk to, kwa sababu when you talk, people like you're a man, you should be strong, unafaa upite, ukuwe daktari. I don't think it should be right. Sometimes unapata men, most men actually at this point, most men wako in depression and suicides, numbers zina rise. 2021 alone numbers zime rise because men have no one to talk to. Tumesahau kwamba the boy child ako even sensitive. I'm not saying that mimi si feminist or anything. Tume-empower the girl child so much, we have forgotten about the boy child. Inakuwa so bad for the boy child such that even a simple thing we can solve in 2 seconds, hatuwezi solve kwa sababu no one wants to talk about it. So I think it would be easier if pia boys wako na hiyo platform ya speak freely, express themselves.
Yeah. Hiyo chance ya failure. Hakuna siku unaweza fanya kila kitu iwe straight na iwe vile wanataka. So society square ni ile tu expect ufanye kitu baya wakuchekelee. So they should give the chance to a failure. Kila tuko youth, tuko young, na tuko na vitu mingi exposed, so you have to give chance ya failure.
I feel that society has a lot to do for millennials and the youth in general. Society has let us down in so many ways, and so it's so difficult trying to come up in a generation where society feels indifferent towards you because of things that you might not even be privy to. What society needs to do is start listening to the youth, start accommodating the youth, and even try to understand the youth. Society is very dismissive. They do not take anything into account. They do not give us platforms to express. They do not give us anything. If society was to tell the youth, we want to hear you, we want to understand you, we want to know where you're coming from, we want to know what drives you, then they would find that we are more similar than we are the opposite.
I think it falls down to just support. Come support us in the things we do as the youth. Be around us. You'll get to know what we like. Like pia kwa wazazi pia it's the same way. Akitaka kujua mtoto wake, aketi na yeye, hizi TikTok challenge afanye, aingie kwa Instagram aone zile video za kudance azifanye, but at the end of the day kama hatafanya hizi vitu and still the society, if they won't come support us, we will go nowhere. We can only have a balance if they come and support us. Like utasikia msanii alikufa huko kuna MCA, msanii alikufa huko kuna president, kuna nini. If all these people don't come together and support the youth, we are going nowhere. Give us the seats, tupatie hata chances kwa makampuni. Give us chances to also lead. Like ukiona saa hizi ukienda kwenu kuvai na wewe ni kijana hujaoa, trust you me utajichagua. Hakuna mtu atakuchagua. That is how it goes. But ukienda sijui pale uko na familia watoto 6, uko na chance. But also the youth, we want to lead our own way. We want to live big, but tunataka pia mtu support.
That it should give more opportunity to youths, because I feel like we are ignored in a way. Most youth, people don't think we are too mature to handle a few issues. People don't think we are ready to do a few things. But when given a chance, I'm sure most of us can achieve the goals.
Na values, or take on values. Ya vitu, not the price of things.
My youth thinking yenyewe unapata hizo cases ni mingi. Jua nini? Pressure. Pressure, unapata kuna pressure mingi, unapata either kazi, mapenzi. So society ingependa tu, yani ituelimishe tu sana kuhusu hizo vitu. Ituelimishe tu sana kuhusu hizo vitu, au venye tunaweza jiprevent kufanya vitu kama hizo. Na venye tusaidia pia sasa tuache kufikiria vitu kama hizo zenye zetufanya tufanye hivyo.
Let's embrace change. There's no fact about that. There's no debate about that. Let's embrace change, and that's the only thing that is constant. There's no other thing that is constant. Change is the only thing that is constant, and after we embrace change, we will find that there's a new way, there's a new dawn in things we do today, and that's why we find people who embrace change become more successful right now than people who are rigid on the things that are from the past. I may become something that was successful in the yesteryears, but today it's null and void. So let's embrace change. Yes.